everyone, thank you for popping by. It's Carol here at Oak House Journals. I'm going to do assignment number 18 of Margarete Miller's Collage Challenge for 2025. These are my prompts, these are my prompt pieces. So quickly to go through them, an instrument with keys. I've listed out this, and as you can see it's a piano keyboard. Second prompt is handwriting from a journal or a letter. So I've got this vintage piece here and I'm going to be using that. The third prompt is patterned washi tape. Now I don't have any patterned washi tape that isn't packed at the moment, but what I do have is this washi tape, and it is patterned in a way, it's just patterned with writing on it, and this is slightly wider than this one, but they're both identical, so I'm going to be using some of this. Not sure which width or how much, but I've got that to play with. The next prompt is a piece of striped paper or fabric, and I've got this little scrap out of my scrap box. As you can see, it's striped paper and it's vintage artistry Sage collection pack, so it's just a little bit that I had left over to leave me with that bit of information, but this is ideal for what I want. As you can see, I've got a nice green theme going on there. The next prompt is an image of a window or an arch. Well, I've got this, which is effectively both. This is Grand Central Station, gorgeous domed arch up there. Well, there's decorative arches on either side there, and then these three lovely windows there. So I'm going to be using that, and again, hints of green. Bonus is hole reinforcer. It just says a hole reinforcer. I might use a few actually, but we'll see. I've got some of these, and these are beautiful ones that are stamped and inked, and they've got wax on them as well. So that section there would work, and also that would work because of the greens up there. Finally, I've got this art scrap, beautiful greens and blues and gold and texture on there. So I'm going to try and work that into my piece as well today. So as always, I'm going to put my prompts ahead of me and my washi because I'm not going to use those straight away. I'm going to pop these to one side as well and start by getting rid of the wax. No, start by playing with these pieces first, I think. I like the fact that I've got some writing down the side there going at right angles to the main part of the letter, so I'm going to pop that down there, I think. And as you can see, it fits perfectly inside my borders. I haven't trimmed it, I promise you. That's just serendipity. And I'm coming in here with voiceover because, believe me, I'm going to save you some heartache. I had a final challenge with this one this week, and I ended up doing a lot of playing and changed the orientation completely. So these are my early deliberations. I'm fighting right from the off with that huge picture that I chose, and also with that piano piece. So as you can see, I'm trimming it down as I go. As you know, all my pieces always evolve as I go along, so I don't mind actually trimming things down as I go because I'm just feeling my way. But I start off with that piece of correspondence in its correct orientation, and I decide that I like that piece of art scrap, but I don't like the bottom portion of the image, so trim down the image even more and bring in the art scrap to try and mask off the bottom where all the people are, but I want to keep that green at the top. Still fighting here, trying to get my staggered edges. And this is where that art scrap comes in, and I'm trying to create a curve to mimic the archway in a way, really, but still keep enough of the image of the windows and the arch showing, but not the people at the bottom of the image. Here I'm trying it on the other side, seeing if I like it better and leaving a few people showing. Decide I don't, so this is where I change to the opposite orientation, so needing to trim down that image even more and deciding, yeah, I quite like that text along the bottom. Just trying to mask those people off again, deciding, yep, I can do that and use the art scrap across the bottom. and covering that letter up with my striped paper. Yeah, really liking how that's looking at the moment. So just getting a feel for how it's looking composition wise before I start trimming down the edges so that it fits inside my working area. So deciding I want to use the letter in that orientation. I later changed my mind, and I really wish I hadn't, because as I've got it here, apart from trimming down the width of the art scrap and the piano piece, I actually like that. So playing with that stripe bit and then trying to see what it would look like at the side. And this is where I should have stopped, because I actually like how that is looking. So in again to trim off that piano piece. Not an ideal composition, but I actually think that that probably would have been the better composition at the end of the day. Here I've tried to put the correspondence piece, the letter, behind my main image. And even that is not a bad orientation, I don't think, or a bad composition. And yeah, I'm quite liking that. So that's the composition I decide to go with. So I'm going in with my glue, gluing all my main pieces together. That little striped piece down the side, just for a bit more interest and to try and mimic the lines or the bars that are on the window. And here I'm going in with my Pritt stick to glue the whole piece down onto my working page. There we go, just trying to centre it a little bit. And this is where it all goes drastically wrong in my mind. I bring in my washi tape, and I was fighting with this again, trying to decide where I wanted to put it. Didn't like that letter B, and I always had an idea I'd cover it up either with the striped paper or with the washi tape, and I ended up putting a strip across the bottom there, and also a strip up there and there. And then after about 3 hours or so, I decided that those reinforcers, hole reinforcers, needed to go down the left-hand side, because I really couldn't find a place to put them. Not happy about this one in the slightest, but unless I start all over again, I've really got to live with it. So I'm going to bring in my prompts now and go through those with you. So here they are, and an instrument with keys. Well, I went with my piano keyboard. Handwriting from a journal or a letter, that's the one in the background there. Patterned washi tape up there, there and there. A piece of striped paper down the side there. An image of a window or an arch. Well, I went with one that depicted both, my Grand Central Station image. So there's my arch and my 3 windows. And finally, bonus, a hole reinforcer. Well, I actually went with 3, just for good measure. As I said, not happy about this one, and I'm not too sure why it didn't all come together in the end, but for some reason or other it hasn't, and doesn't really sit well with me. The pieces should have worked well together, but maybe I just wasn't on form today. But I do thank you for joining me, and I hope you don't feel cheated by me doing a voiceover. I just thought that it would save you a lot of grief. Until the next video and the next assignment in this challenge, have a great week. And as always, I've left you with some photos here so that you can have a look at my efforts in more detail. Take care, everybody. Until the next time, bye-bye now.